Slash Can I Hear Showstoppers at CES 2013 with Mark Pinner from Lenovo. We're going to have a look at the new Lenovo IdeaPhone K900. So Mark, can you tell us a little bit about this phone? It's quite a large device, isn't it?
Sure, yeah, it is. So we've designed this really with the user experience in mind, looking at it from different angles, which are the design of the product, the camera, which users want, for the quality of the screen, and the speed of the processor. The ones that are faster. Let's look at each of these in turn.
Okay.
So if we look at the camera, okay, smartphone cameras do a great job generally in outdoor conditions with bright light, or at dark if they have a good LED flash and a reasonable camera. Where they tend to be weaker is when you have indoor conditions, low light conditions, but not really dark nor very bright.
Okay.
Because there you don't necessarily want a flash, but yet the light isn't strong enough to give you a good picture. So with this, we have a 13 megapixel rear camera, but on top of that, we have one of the industry's leading smartphone camera sensor, the Exmor BSI, which captures images very clearly. We also have an f1.8 aperture lens. This is a very wide aperture lens, which means it captures a lot of light.
Right.
It's harder to make. So the combination of these gives you extra fine images, especially in low light.
Okay.
So it's not just the megapixel quality of the lens. You know, we don't think it's not just about building up the high megapixel the better. We want to think about what users really get from their products.
Okay.
So we are doing this so that users get a better experience in common situations. So indoors, in a party, if you're say in a restaurant, you're taking photos of things. You know, during the day or in the office.
So that's taking photos. How about sort of enjoying them on the screen? What size display is it?
Well, before I go further, I'd like to say one more thing about photos.
Okay.
The front camera is also special. It's a 2 megapixel camera.
Right.
So this has an 88-degree angle.
So it's extra wide.
Extra wide.
Okay.
And this is great because what you often want with your front camera is to take photos with your friends. So if you do this, you're going to have a very wide angle. You're going to have more images, which is also what users want.
Brilliant.
So if we then look at the screen, this is a 5.5-inch full HD screen running at 400 plus PPI, pixels per inch.
Okay.
This means we have a very, very high resolution screen. It's also large enough to enjoy that without common text sizes becoming too small to actually read.
Can you turn that on for us?
No, not with this.
Oh, okay, right.
So that's what it's going to be running. So very high resolution.
Okay.
Right. So users want this because they want to be able to see large quality images. For example, things like websites. They want to be able to view them on a larger screen.
Right.
And this is a balance. Right. It's a balance of very high resolution and screen size.
Okay.
So we think, I would say, if it's much smaller, it becomes harder to read.
Okay.
If it's much larger, it's not so easy to actually manage and manage.
So what's going on inside the phone? What processor are you using?
We're running an Intel 2.0 gigahertz dual-core processor.
Okay, so that's one of the Medfield chips?
If you want more details of this, you'll have to ask Intel.
Okay, right. And when can we expect to see the IdeaPhone on the market?
To be confirmed.
To be confirmed. Okay.
I'd also talk about the design, though.
Okay.
I think the design is very special. Okay. We have a combination here of brushed metal design.
Okay.
And polycarbonate.
Right.
And this brushed metal is stainless steel.
Right.
And this has an extra low magnetic property.
Okay.
The reason why is because users want to have a very strong antenna strength.
Right.
And they want to have good qualities for example, their gyroscope.
Right.
The metal also means that we can make it slimmer.
Okay.
Right. Because it's stronger, slimmer, it feels nicer as well.
Of course.
So we have good quality. We have very good quality strength for the features, and we combine that to make a slimmer profile.
Okay.
In addition, it's a unibody design.
Right.
We have Gorilla Glass 2 screen, and we have optimized the PCB and battery layout so that it also minimizes the size, the width. So this is 6.9 millimeters.
Wow.
Very slim.
That's very
and this is so nice and slim that you can really slip it into a pocket and then forget about it.
That's good.
It kind of just fits in and fades away.